special presentation of Riverfront Broadcasting Sports.
Beam walks in. That shot, he scores! Aiden Beam makes it 1-0 with 6:18 to go in the third, and a 5-on-3 power play goal for the Capitals.
It's time for Oahe Capitals hockey on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. The Capitals are brought to you by Leisure Palace, AirTech Heating and Cooling, Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, AGE, Kathy Sunshine Properties, and Dakota Storm Roofing.
Goes back out. There's a shot and they score! A shot from Bridger Babcock. I believe it went off Brandon Valiant in, and it was tipped in as Bridger Babcock will get the first of the game, his second of the season.
The Capitals are also brought to you by Beck Motor Company, Fertig Electric, First Fidelity Bank, Xander Auto Parts, State Farm Becky Potsuba Agency, and River Bottom Sanitation.
Here's a 3-on-1 developing for the Capitals. Kitts moving in with Schweitzer. Kitts leaves it back for Dodson. He scores! And Dylan Dodson gives the Caps a 4-3 lead.
The Oahe Capitals are also brought to you by American Family Insurance Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, the Boys and Girls Club, Hermanson Endodontics, Weatherall Roofing, Wagner Auto, and the South Dakota Office of the Attorney General Division of Consumer Protection. And now for the call, let's head to the booth and the voice of the Oahe Capitals, John Winkler.
Good evening as we welcome you here to the Expo Center as we get set for the Oahe Capitals to take on the Yankton Bucks. John Winkler with you on this Saturday night. Glad you're with us after having some pure basketball earlier today on KCCR. We still got football on the air throughout the rest of the night, but we're getting set for this Yankton Bucks team in town to take on the Oahe Capitals in what should be a good matchup as both these teams coming in with good records right now. 8-2 for the Yankton Bucks, which is the third most points in the standings. Oahe has 7-3 and fourth most points in the standings. Win-wise, it is the third and fourth teams as well with the amount of wins that have had for Yankton and for Oahe. Now, the Yankton Bucks, after making the state tournament last year for the first time ever, they end up with a fifth-place win. The Constellation Championship, they've started out really well. They're 8-0 against anybody that's not Rushmore Thunder. And everybody is 0-for against the Rushmore Thunder for the last year and a half at this point. This Yankton team at 8-2, Luke Moeller with a 1.85 goals against average. He is, it's going to be hard-pressed to find a better goalie in the state than what Luke Moeller is. And I know there's a lot of good goalies in the state, but he has been very, very good for this Yankton Bucks team. 8 wins, 1.85 goals against average, and .917 save percentage. He's been very, very good for this Yankton team as he's looking to pick up his 9th win and has played every minute so far for Yankton. This top line for the Yankton Bucks: Kylan O'Connor, Jack Pedersen, Tucker Rankin. They have combined for 36 goals, but all three of them have at least 10 assists. 10 assists for Kylan O'Connor, 15 for Pedersen, and 18 for Rankin. Then you drop down to the second line of Jason Lachek and Braden Berkland and Rylan Murphy. They've got a combined 26 goals between those two. They've got two really, really good scoring lines. And Dawson Toms, Cooper Larson, Easton Anderson, they've still combined for 4 goals on their third line. So this Capitals team has got to be able to defend all three lines very, very well because they're going to be able to score from multiple different spots and multiple different lines throughout a hockey game. And the Caps have to be ready to go and ready defensively against this Yankton Bucks team. That's a look a little bit about the Yankton Bucks. We'll take a break. We'll come back with our first intermission reports. And not first intermission report, more of the pregame show, our first break here of the pregame show. We'll come back. You're listening to Oahe Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock, and you're watching it on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Hi, Jason here from Leisure Palace Pool, Spa, and Patio. We invite you to come in and see our expanded new location, 400 West Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Transform your new space into the best in industry hot spring, caldera, and free flow spas, and let the stress melt away. Or maybe it's an infrared sauna. Don't miss out. Also check out our pool tables, darts, fire tables, and outdoor furniture. Visit us today for the perfect blend of relaxation and entertainment. And as always, at the guaranteed lowest price.
Your home and business are important to you, and you need quality furnace and air conditioning products and service. With a combined 50-plus years of experience, AirTech Heating and Cooling provides you with just that service. Call 945-0160 for sales, service, and installation of furnaces, air conditioning, and heat pumps. AirTech Heating and Cooling features the American Standard products. Sales, installation, and service. You want the best, and that's what you'll find at AirTech Heating and Cooling in Pierre.
The puck drops, the crowd roars, and Oahe hockey is in full swing. Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota in Pierre is proud to support local hockey all season long. Whether you're hitting the road for work, school, or your next adventure, they've got your automotive needs covered. Stop by Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota in Pierre. Driven by community, powered by you.
AGE Corporation has been building South Dakota for over 60 years. For all your site work, construction, and crane needs, AGE is there for you. If you need a boat dock and dock lighting, AGE has what you need. Visit their website, agecorp.com, or give them a call at 223-2732. AGE Corporation, providing high-quality services without sacrificing safety. Visit agecorp.com or call 223-2732.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Discover the difference with Kathy Sunshine Properties. With 50 years of experience and their local expertise, both as agents and neighbors, Kathy and her team are here to make your real estate journey smooth and successful.
Whether you're a first-time buyer or a seasoned investor, the trusted professionals at Kathy Sunshine Properties will listen to your needs and help you find the perfect fit.
Join the countless satisfied clients who have turned their real estate dreams into reality. Go Cat!
Have you assessed your roof at your home or business? Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters can help. Since 2010, Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters has been helping their customers in Pierre, Fort Pierre, and all surrounding areas. With over 20 years experience, the professionals at Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters know how to get the job done. Specializing in all types of roofing, they'll make sure to find the right fit for you and your home. Give them a call at 605-280-9794 or get a free quote on their website at dakotastormroofing.com. Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters, reliable roofing for your peace of mind.
Hi, this is Logan Anderson, and you're listening to Oahe Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
As we welcome you back, it is the Oahe Capitals, the Yankton Bucks coming up here from the Expo Center. First of two games. We've got another game tomorrow to be at 1:15. Obviously, we are behind schedule now by 20 minutes as it stands. We're going to be behind a half an hour by the time that we actually get rolling here. A little bit behind going into the JV game. Thankfully, the JV game didn't go to overtime, and more so for Capitals fans. The Caps end up getting a win, scoring with 12 seconds to go in the third period. So the Capitals got a 3-2 win over Yankton in their JV game, which does help us stay only 30 minutes behind instead of about 45 minutes to an hour behind schedule. But tomorrow will be a 1:15 puck drop here at the Expo Center. We'll have coverage right around 12:55 on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. We are one of four games tonight, and today one game has already been final. It is Aberdeen that beat Sioux Center 8-2 earlier in the afternoon. It is a 4-1 lead for Sioux Falls East over Brandon Valley right now, and that last game that is yet to start is an 8 o'clock puck drop between Huron and the Watertown Lakers in Huron this evening. Other scores from around the states. Let's see if we get final scores here. The one final score, a 9-1 win for Sioux Falls over Rushmore. They are out in Rushmore right now, and they'll play again tomorrow as well. Mitchell and Sioux Center, they are tied 4-4 in girls hockey in the third period. One game was played yesterday. It was Mitchell beating Watertown 2-1 with 2 first-period goals over the Watertown Lakers. And again, that's girls hockey. You look at the standings for boys hockey. It is the Rushmore Thunder in first at 11-0 right now, with Sioux Falls East at just 9-0. They've played the second least amount of games so far with Sioux Falls East, but they are still 9-0. Rushmore is still undefeated at 11-0. Then it's Yankton 8-2. The Capitals at 7-3. Brookings is 6-4. Sioux Falls West is 5-3. Yankton has 2 wins over Sioux Falls West, which came not too long ago, just a couple of weekends last weekend in that game. And of course, it's not going to let me see all the games that have been played. It's only the remaining games left. But they did win over Sioux Falls West, did Yankton, last weekend in 2 games, and they ended up beating Sioux Center as well. This is a really good Yankton team. We've seen this kind of build for the last couple of years for Yankton, but it just has gotten better and better, and really exponentially grew last year when they made the state tournament. They got 5th place, and now it's hard to say that their sights aren't set on going for a state championship. And you get one of the best goalies in the state, Luke Moeller, that has every opportunity to steal a game for you. But they've got some 2 really good lines that can score. Another third line that can score if they possibly score as well. And some good defensive play. You get 5 goals from Kate Hunhoff on defense. And this team feels like they've got an opportunity to go win a state championship. And it's hard to argue that they're not a team that is going to be one of those top 4 teams when it comes to the state tournament in terms of standings. And so if they can put themselves in a good spot, Rushmore and Sioux Falls East right now both undefeated, but if you put yourself in a good spot, they can have a legit shot at trying to make a state championship. And this is a Yankton team that last year was the first time ever they made the varsity state tournament, and it's only gotten a lot better for the Yankton Bucks. And it was really good last year, and they were a fun team to watch last year. They're even more fun of a team to watch this year, and they've got a lot of high aspirations as this year goes along. Now the Oahe Capitals, they're coming in at 7-3. They're a team that wants to get back to the state tournament after missing it last year. Dylan Dodson with his 12 goals. Brecken Furman with 6. Lyle Bonney, that line combination, he's got 2 goals as well. Logan Brown and Furman both tied with 6 goals each. And second on the team in goals. Logan Anderson's got 9 assists, which leads the team in assists and is 10 points so far in the season. And then we'll see. I believe Jay Sand will be the starter. His 2 wins and a 4.09 goals against average, 878 save percentage. A lot of upside to him, and he's still a young guy, a freshman, but there's a lot of growth for him and a lot of fun that we can see from Jay Sand, and a lot of high hopes for what Jay Sand can do just as a freshman right now for this Oahe Capitals squad. It is the Caps and the Yankton Bucks coming up here from the Expo Center. Let's take another break. You're listening to Oahe Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock, and you're watching it on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Looking for a trusted partner in your automotive journey? Beck Motor Company, your local Chevy dealer, is here for all your car buying, service, and repair needs. Whether you're shopping for a new ride, keeping your vehicle running smoothly, or looking for expert advice, our team is dedicated to providing top-notch service every step of the way. We offer a wide selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, along with a service department you can count on. Come down to Beck Motor Company, where your satisfaction is our top priority. Beck Motor Company, we're making a great deal better. BeckMotors.com, 605-224-5912.
Since 1956, Ferding Electric has been serving South Dakota with reliable, safe, efficient, and economical electrical work. Their team of licensed, knowledgeable electricians will help you with all your electrical projects. New construction, rewires, or upgrades, residential, commercial, or agriculture. We know how to get the job done right. The history of Ferding Electric is something to be very proud of, and they work every day to ensure they remain the best electricians in Central South Dakota. Call 224-8684 or visit their website at Ferding.com. That's Ferding.com.
Since the day First Fidelity Bank first opened its doors for business in 1905, we've served the credit and investment needs of this area. The money that's deposited with us is reinvested locally in the form of loans to area families, farms, and small businesses, where it can help create new opportunities for everyone in our community. First Fidelity Bank. First-class banking on a first-name basis. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Online at ffb-sd.com.
When the whistle blows and the season begins, you need more than skill to stay in the game. From football pads and hockey sticks to golf clubs, bikes, and fishing gear, your equipment is an investment. At State Farm, we help make sure it's protected because accidents happen, bags get stolen, gear gets damaged, and games get rough. With the right coverage, you can get back in action fast.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
River Bottom Sanitation, your locally owned waste management company serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre communities. Contact River Bottom Sanitation for your residential and commercial pickups. Now River Bottom Sanitation is your source for all your roll-off needs. River Bottom Sanitation in Pierre and Fort Pierre. Give them a call for pricing at 605-222-1120. River Bottom Sanitation. That's 605-222-1120.
Hi, this is Cooper Beestrom, and you're listening to Oahe Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
We welcome you back as we continue to get set, and we're just about set for hockey tonight between the Oahe Capitals and the Yankton Bucks. First of two games between these two teams will meet again tomorrow afternoon here at the Expo Center. It's Yankton and Sioux Center where the Caps will play both their games in back-to-back days. The Rushmore Thunder are a team that they play pretty much almost everybody back-to-back, or at least make a trip of it, or they come there for a weekend. The Caps are the only team for the Rushmore Thunder that they don't see play both nights. They don't play both games on the road or both games at home. They actually split with Rushmore. Everybody else that they pretty much always end up splitting, or not splitting. They end up having two games at home or two games on the road against those teams. So we're getting set for this contest. And again, Luke Moeller will be the starting goalie with 8 wins, 1.85 goals against average, a .917 save percentage. Jay Sand is the expected starter for the Oahe Capitals. 2 wins, 4.09 goals against average, .878 save percentage for Jay Sand. And Coach Landon Badger and the Oahe Capitals are looking for an opportunity to get back to the state tournament. Yankton is looking to get to the state tournament for the second straight year and be their second ever trip to the state tournament as well. And they're, pretty much not a lock quite yet. They're not fully clinched to the state tournament, but they're on their way to making the state tournament. As they head out on the ice right now, the lights will go out here momentarily at the Expo Center as we get set for the contest between the Oahe Capitals and the Yankton Bucks. Again, those lines, Kylan O'Connor, Jack Pedersen, and Tucker Rankin will be teamed up. Jason Lachek, Braden Berkland, Rylan Murphy, the second line. Dawson Toms, Cooper Larson, and Easton Anderson will be that third line. Cade Schramm and Caden Hunhoff will be the first pairing of defense. Anders Van Olsen and Grady Van Cleve will be that second pairing. Ethan Bellick and Isaac Dimmer, that third pairing for the Yankton Bucks. For the Capitals, Lyle Bonney, Dylan Dotson, and Brecken Furman are teamed up together. Logan Brown, Logan Anderson, and Ian Schweitzer are teamed up for that second line. Asher Vandenbod, Aiden Bowder, and Triton Parmley are also that third line. And you see Owen O'Daniel, Jim Netto, and Caden Waltai on that fourth line. With then Aiden Beam, Bridger Babcock, the first pairing of defense, Landry Van Rokel, Cooper Beestrom, and then Ryan Anderson and Max Schmitz are paired up as well. So we are just about set as, again, we're about a little over half an hour behind schedule, but such it goes for a Saturday of hockey across any association, as we're just about set here in both teams, and the Yankton Bucks are on the ice, and the Oahe Capitals will end up being there as well. Go down to Jason Dodson for the introduction of the starting lineups.
At one forward, number 14, Tucker Rankin. At one forward, number 29, Kylan O'Connor. At one defenseman, number 5, Caden Hunoff. At one defenseman, number 6, Cade Tram. And the goalie for Yankton Bucks, number 30, Luke Moeller. Coaches for the Bucks, Chad Rankin, Andrew Tonsley, and head coach Terry Pedersen.
Again, O'Connor, Pedersen, Rankin with Schramm and Hunhoff. Those 5 starters for the Yankton Bucks, and Luke Moeller between the pipes for Yankton.
Capitals fans, on your feet, you know what that means. Let's make some noise for your Oahe Capitals! Okay, Capitals, here's your starting lineup. At one forward, number 10, Bracken Furman. At one forward, number 70, Lyle Bonnie. At one forward, number 11, Dylan Dodson. At one defenseman, number 56, Richard Babcock. And at the other defenseman, number 60, Aiden Hughes. Your goalie for the Capitals, 00, Chase Hansen. Coaches for the Capitals, Bryce Spitzel, Elliot White, and head coach Landon Badger. Capitals fans, please, and Yankton Bucks fans, please stand for the playing of our national anthem.
We are ready to go here from the Expo Center as the Oahe Capitals and the Yankton Bucks, first of 2 meetings, and they will meet again tomorrow afternoon with a 1:15 puck drop. We'll have it on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. So it's Bonnie, Dodson, and Furman with a Beam and Babcock, with Hand the starting goalie, O'Connor, Pedersen, Rankin, Schramm, and Hunhoff, with Moeller the starting goalie for Yankton. Both teams will meet at center ice here in just a moment. Everybody on the ice right now for Yankton, the 5 starters, and the goalie Hand for the Oahe Capitals. 17 minutes on the clock. It's a Saturday night here at the Expo Center. Glad you're with us on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. It'll be a fun one between these two teams. Yankton got the best of the Capitals for the first time in the series history between the two teams. Yankton got 2 wins last year to start the season, and now meeting more midway point of the year. Dodson and Pedersen opening face-off. We are underway here this Saturday night from the Expo Center as the Capitals will win the opening face-off. That's a bouncing puck from Beam from the red line that ended up bouncing in front of the net where Luke Mueller had to make the early save. Dodson with the stick lift. But the puck will still be dumped in by Kylan O'Connor for the Yankton Bucks. Bridger Babcock behind the net, lost the handle of the puck. O'Connor will pick it up in the middle of the ice. Centers one over for Rankin, and that one was tipped on net by Rankin. And an early save for Jace Hand. This is moved along by Brecken Furman. He'll try and move in, trying to get over to Lyle Bonnie. Two guys for Yankton canceled Furman out, and unable to make a play with Brecken Furman. As this will come here to the near side, where it's Caden Hunhoff that will grab it. Sidesteps a check of Logan Brown, and then avoids as well Dylan Dodson's stick check. And it'll be dumped in by the Bucks, and they'll make their first change. Here on the near side, it is Landry Van Rokel on the corner. Logan Brown is picked up by Tucker Rankin. Now into the corner behind the net, Rylan Murphy throws it back out. Van Cleve will throw it across. That one will miss. Now a chance for a breakaway the other way if they can get moving. But a good speed from Grady Van Cleve to get in front of the puck before Logan Brown could get there. And we will get a whistle. And it will be a face-off that will be just outside the Yankton Buck zone with 15:48 to go. One shot apiece early on. Ian Schweitzer will take the face-off against Braden Berkland. Berkland is third on the team in goals with 10. This will be Murphy that will move in. His shot, and that will be off the stick and into the netting. We get a whistle quickly once again with 15:40 to go here in the first period. Tucker Rankin leads the team with 15 goals, 12 for Kylan O'Connor, and then 10 for Braden Berkland. Dylan Dodson's got 12 for the Capitals. Brecken Furman and Logan Brown each with 6, which is a tie for second on the team for the Caps. Schweitzer again on the face-off, but it is won by Berkland. That shot will flutter its way to Hand, and he'll make the save and get another whistle. 15:36 left to go here in the first period. Berkland and Schweitzer a fourth time now. There's another win for Berkland, but fan on it was Rylan Murphy, and Logan Brown will chip and chase as he got the red line and will move in behind the nets. First man to it was Van Cleve out to the blue line, but it was blocked and taken away from Aiden Beam. Now a race into the zone. Berkland, that pass, it was off the skates of Van Rokel. I'll make that Bridger Babcock, and it was covered up by Jace Hand, and we get a whistle. With 15:15 to go here in the first period. Face-off will be to the right of Hand. Pedersen will take it against Dylan Dodson. It's won by Pedersen. Here's a shot that's tipped by Pedersen and a save made by Hand. Came from Weisenberger as Maxwell Weisenberger paired up with Isaac Dimmer on defense. Pedersen in the corner, centers one over. That one off the skate of Rankin, who didn't see it right away. Now it's grabbed. Furman will pass over for Van Rokel. Cross-ice pass right on the tape of Dylan Dodson. He'll move in. Dodson at the blue line, swings in. That shot was blocked as it was blocked by Weisenberger. Sent back around the boards. Weisenberger the first one to it. It'll come back to him on the pass. And he'll throw it off the boards. Missed for Rankin on the lively boards here at the Expo Center. But Kylan O'Connor will move into the offensive zone. Here's a shot by Pedersen that was blocked. Goes behind the net and then swiped back behind the net by Jace Hand. In the corner, it is Pedersen that will pick it up. Centers one, and Dodson is there to block it. But his clearing attempt was blocked after it hit a teammate. Then it comes in front after it was off of Cooper Beestrom, and Jace Hand will cover to get the whistle with 14:12 to go here in the first period. 5-1 in shots right now for the Yankton Bucks. Capitals got a shot in the first seconds with Beam, who dumped it from the red line in, and it bounced its way on net. This face-off is won by the Capitals. Bridger Babcock moves it over for Triton Parmley. He'll flip it up, but not out of the zone. It's going to be held in by Easton Velick. This will be chipped here by Beam. Caden Waltine will move it out of the zone, and now it's a race to the puck. Beam trying to win the race over to it, but Velick will get to it first. Beam was able to cancel out the stick, but Velick will still have it, throw it off the boards, and then it's going to be bouncing over a couple of sticks before it's eventually grabbed at center ice by Yankton, and it'll be swept in by Berkland. On that far side, Babcock will throw it out of the zone. That misses everybody, so it will become an icing with 13:34 to go here in the first period. Still looking for that first goal of the hockey game. Just 6 shots on goal so far, 5 for Yankton, 1 for the Capitals. Face off to the left of Jace Hand. Far end of the ice. As the face-off was won by the Capitals, Logan Brown will chip at the red line. Go behind into the corner. Logan Anderson trying to center one, hit the side of the net. And now it's the Yankton Bucks that will pick it back up, and Yankton will dump and chase as this will be moved in by Cooper Larson. It's now into the corner. Van Rocco and Larson both trying to find the puck. Beestrom back behind the nets, comes back over towards Beestrom, and then moved up the boards where it's going to be held in. Hunhoff took a shot and went off of a body by Schweitzer and went wide of the net. Logan Brown will chip it back behind the cage. And now the Caps will try and get out of the zone of the near side, but Van Rockel, it stopped and started, and then it goes off the boards and off of a stick, and Logan Anderson will grab it at center ice. Anderson throws it from the blue line, sticked away by Luke Moeller. Back in a shot, rebound by Brown, he scores! Logan Brown scores his 7th of the season. The Caps were in front of the nets, and Brown was able to scoop it over the top of Moeller. With 12:38 to go in the first period, the Caps have the lead. Great job by Logan Brown. I believe Schweitzer should get an assist. And the back end on net forces the rebound. Find a way to be able to put it in the back of the net. Get Moeller out of position that way. It is Schweitzer and Anderson with the assist, so that's the 10th assist for Logan Anderson. The Caps come right back in the offensive zone. Here's Bridger Babcock that bounced on his stick and bounced over his stick. Now it's a 2-on-1 for Yankton the other way. Here's a shot and a save. Rebound was there for Rankin, but if it was a right-handed shot, it would have been a lot easier to get to it. This is out the neutral zone. Breck and Furman trying to lift the stick. Dodson's got to wait for Furman to tag back up as he's at the red line at center ice. It is Bonnie that will flip it off the glass and back in. Around the boards it comes. Cade Schramm. It is moved up ahead for Rankin, and he'll flip it in. That rebound chance, Rankin had to turn to the backhand and was unable to get a stick on the puck. As it's now Landry Van Rockel that will escape the zone. Up ahead for Bonnie again. Bonnie over for Waltine. He's trying to toe drag to get it closer to get a shot away. Goes back to Beestrom at the red line. And then moves back here for the Yankton Bucks. Cross ice pass. It'll be grabbed by Dimmer. In the far side, tied up with the linesman trying to find the puck. Waltine takes the puck away, straight away from Berkland, but it will come back to Yankton. And now it's in the offensive zone, although this will be intercepted and taken away by Beestrom. He'll steal the puck and then he'll dump it in. Didn't get it deep into the zone, but it is in the offensive end right now. Yankton nearly turned it over before it got out. And then Bridger Babcock fans on the first clear dump-in attempt, and then he'll dump it in on the second opportunity. Moeller will tee it up behind the cage, and Yankton will try to escape their zone. Berkland, backhand flip up. There's a big hit.